Do you have life lessons do you want to share to youth?
To youth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
18 years old, for example.
So I'll imagine if I were younger and I were speaking to a younger version of myself.
Yeah, it's a great question.
So, you know, first thing is you're gonna meet a lot of people who doubt you, okay?
Yeah.
Who try to destroy your will, who try to destroy your self-esteem, try to destroy your confidence, okay? And maybe they don't mean it, but sometimes, you know, those things can have a huge impact on you. But we do this to each other as human beings all the time, and we take it very casually, you know? We say things to people to get into their mind, you know, because these are the games that we play with each other. And you just have to accept that is a game that humans play, right? But the game is won by you having a stronger sense of yourself than the sense that other people outside of you have. And if you can really, really understand that at a young age, it will give you tremendous advantage. And you can say that all you want, okay? The only way you're really gonna learn that is through difficulty. And maybe the best way to learn that when you're young, that I didn't go through when I was young, but I put myself through later, is through physical discipline. So sports are great, really great for that, if you have a good coach.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good coach, maybe not such a great experience, okay? So, but later on I got into MMA fighting, you know, as a way of teaching that to myself. You know, and you have somebody really for real punching you in the face, right? You know, you have to keep your head together during that process, and you have to have confidence in yourself, because if you lose that for a second, you're for sure going to lose the fight, right? Now it's a metaphor. It's a wonderful metaphor for life. So I would tell children to learn that at a young age, you know, but then to get involved in a practice that helps you not just learn that intellectually, but to also physically experience it over and over and over again until that's a part of you.
Cool. Thank you very much for this answer.
You're welcome.
I have a short question to ask you. What is your favorite book?
I don't have a single favorite book.
You have to choose one.
Just one?
Yeah. Two maximum.
Two maximum, yeah, you might have to do two. I don't know, one right now that really inspires me a lot, that I think about quite a bit. It's not really a book, it's more of an essay. It's Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Okay, I love him.
Yeah. Really great. Fantastic essay. You know the essay?
No, I know just a lot of quotes from him. And I use one in my speeches. I don't know how to say that in English. The common point of successful people, of success, is self-confidence. And I do conferences on self-confidence because I believe that it is the first step to take action. And yeah, I love what he does, what he did.
Yeah, what he did. Yeah, but you should read the whole essay. I think you'll find it very, very inspiring. For sure. Again, I can't point to one book. Because I don't think there's any answer in the one book, and I don't think you ever get to a point where you have all the answers. But
what could be the three books?
3 books. Oh goodness. Even still, I'm not satisfied with the answer, right? But a second one might be, this is a very recent one.
Do you have children?
I don't. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have children you care about around you?
Really good answer. Yeah, I see where you're getting. Yeah, what would I recommend them? Is that what you're getting? Yeah.
If you can buy them 3 books, what could be?
Well, the second one that I was going to say was going to be The War of Art.
Oh, okay.
Not the art of war, but the war of art. Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've read the book?
No.
Stephen Pressfield. Really excellent living author. And he has written about the creative struggle, right? And entrepreneurs are going through a creative struggle as well. even though, we're not all painters or musicians or writers, we're creating things.
Yeah.
And there is a struggle involved in that. And he helps you understand that struggle in a way. He makes you feel like you've been heard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel so alone anymore because I know that there are other people who are going through that struggle.
Cool. It's an amazing book. And the third? You can meditate.
Yeah, give me a moment to think about that.
Yeah. Maybe not focus only on the powerful book, but the books who will help you the most, maybe at the beginning.
Okay, do you like science fiction?
Yes.
Science fiction, in my mind, is a very underrated genre, right? Science fiction generally does not get a lot of respect in literary circles, but it should. It should. Because if you look at some of the greatest books in history, many of them were science fiction, in fact. 1984, science fiction book, right? On the required reading list of almost any list of required reading books, right? I'm not saying that's an inspiring book, by the way. It's not an inspiring book, but it's one that, maybe people should read, to learn about potential problems. But 2 science fiction books I would recommend.
Yeah.
Okay. There's many, but the 2 that I think are very important. One is one by Robert Heinlein called Stranger in a Strange Land.
Yeah.
And I won't even say why. I'll just tell people to read it and experience it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sinners.
Other one is Foundation by Isaac Asimov. Okay. In Foundation is not necessarily going to help you be more inspired as a person, but it will help you see your place in the cosmos, in a sense, and why that's important.
Cool. What is your favorite quote?
I have so many of those too. Maybe there's some great Goethe quotes. Be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. It's a great quote.
Right. What is your favorite audiobook?
Ooh. Really interesting question. I could go to my Audible and find out how many times I've listened to certain books. I tell you what, honestly, On Self-Reliance, the essay by Ralph Waldo Emerson, I think I probably listened to that on Audible more than any other Audible book.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is your favorite or most impactful commitment to yourself?
Impactful to me or to the world?
Both.
Both. My most impactful commitment to myself is to take my life seriously, but not too seriously. To realize that if I want to be able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, I have to make certain sacrifices in my life. And I don't believe it's possible to be extremely successful and to abuse yourself in a lot of ways. You can get away with it for a while, but it will catch up to you. I give you an example. I knew a guy I was in the Army with, great man, heavy drinker as many people in the Army are. He just got out of the Mayo Clinic for liver cancer treatment, right? And that has prevented him from being able to contribute to the world in the way he would have been able to if he had taken better care of himself, right? But at the same time, life ends, right? So, you need to enjoy it. And if life is not about enjoyment, what's the purpose? So you need to be able to enjoy whatever you're doing. So if your thing that you're wanting to do that's this major accomplishment is something that you're not enjoying, you're not taking pleasure in, then maybe you should rethink that.
Yeah.
And in terms of commitment to the world, I would say, I want to take the influence I have with the world, technologically and, intellectually, I want to take that seriously too and do my best to tell the truth and to, impact the direction of the world in a way that will make it more likely that people will be happy and that will survive.
It's amazing. Yeah, I love that.
Cool.